All right, good evening, everybody. I am back home. I am semi-rested after my flight. Got in very late last night, had to get up early this morning, and it is now time. I am hoping that I have enough revives to finish up. As with the other pass, I've gone ahead and more or less ramped up Aegon. He is not completely ramped. He is as far ramped up as I could get him through taking Odin. So just to kind of set the table for this last path, and then I am also going to come up with a little bit of a recap video on all the farming efforts and all that. You can see there we have, hey Elsie, I appreciate it. I'm going to try. So let's see, we've got 65 of the 20% revives in overflow. Yeah, I saw you. I wasn't able to join in. Hope you had a good stream. Let's see. So I've got 65 of the 20%ers in overflow, along with the 25 that are in my inventory. So that gives me a total now left of 30, 90, 20% revives. I've got 23 of the 40%, 5 of the 60%, and 7 team. I did use 12 revives to get through Odin. It took me a little bit of time to kind of get used to the fight. I did a lot of practices before I went. Had some good ones, had some bad ones. So, I am feeling pretty confident in a number of revives that I've got. I am going to go fast like I did the last time. I don't have, 4 hours. I've got about 2.5 to 3. So I'm hoping I can get it done in that amount of time. I am worried about a couple of the fights. This next one up in particular, with the reverse controls and everything else. I'm not real good with reverse controls, but, like I said, Aegon is mostly ramped. I am going to boost big. I'm not going to worry about the start of the war season too much. I'll have revives, I'll have boosts and all that. When I need them, I can always buy them if not. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to jump right in and we're going to get this thing started off. We're going to go there. We're going to go with a 20% health and a 15% attack, just at least for this fight. I have changed my masteries up. They are pretty much Aegon masteries at this point. Just a quick show them here. This is what I'm currently running. So extended furies, 3 out of 3 encourage, very little elsewhere. Don't really need it. Right now I am at a total ramp of, where am I? And I can't see it on that screen. So I am sitting at 649. Not the highest, not the worst. I kept losing my combo stupidly when I was fighting Odin. So, not a hard fight, just kind of getting used to the pattern of how he does it, and that, him needing those buffs to do any damage just kind of slowed it down a little bit. And I would always mess up somewhere along the line. And there we are. Reverse controls already getting to me. I'm having to look constantly to see if the icon is on there for the reverse controls or not. Which I'm sure is what they wanted you to do. I'm not sure why I had the reverse controls right there for a second. That's right, pull back off. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that. I'm not sure why I just got smacked so hard through block. Oh, she goes unblockable from time to time, isn't that it? Yep, that was it. All right, well, that's how we started off. Now, we're just going to keep going. Hopefully, I was able to keep that little bit of a combo going and add to. And, I can't hit through block yet, but good gosh. All right, this is, like I said, this was the fight that I was really mainly worried about, and I'm not starting off very well at all on it. But we have revives. The fact that she dispels everything if she hits you and throws up buff immune is going to make this a little bit slower. But fortunately, I'm hitting for a good amount of damage on these. So worst case scenario, it takes more revives than what I was planning. And I'm not talking quite as much. I am sitting there saying I am trying to concentrate and focus, and as I was saying that, I wasn't concentrating and focusing. So, start of this is just going to be a little bit quieter. I do have plenty of revives, but I do need to be cautious as well. If I have any left over, I'm probably going to do my final path of whatever the other challenges that I've got to finish up. Necessarily want to have to bait her special twos, but you know, I really okay, now you can throw one. Oh, so far so good. Back out of reverse controls. Now, I'm not going to do the get hit into anything. You know what? Let's just go. Okay, I should be able to survive this, I think. I don't know if she puts that block on there right away, and then I'm going to throw that just right away, not even take any time. Because that'll give me a big fury to extend. Alright, and you know what? I'm still ramping up. That's going to be good enough right there. If I can do that a couple more times, I will be very happy. That will build, hopefully, the rest of my combo up for Aegon, and we will just kind of keep flying. So how's everybody else doing this weekend? How's everybody's weekend been? How has things been in game? I kind of took a little bit of a break while I was out for business, spent some time with my wife sightseeing. So really did not do much of anything in game. Okay, now I need to throw. There we go. Hey man, how's it going? That special one is going to get me. Especially right after a special 2. I'm not going to be ready to do that in reverse controls. But she is about half down. And like I said, this was probably the biggest fight on this path that I was worried about, at least from what I saw and everything else that I did. There's going to be some other ones in the other section. But, you know, we'll take them as we get them. And I was afraid I was going to do that somewhere along the line. That's right. Hopefully, she won't kill me here. I'm not sure if it'll get me to a special 3 or not, though. I'll have reverse controls. That will do it, though. That was nice of her to throw a heavy right out of the special 3. Before I could even see the screen, her heavy animation was going. Makes perfect sense, because you can block it. Oh, like I said. Okay, over half down now. Would like to get another decent combo off against her. There we go. You know, I do get a little bit of willpower healing. Wow, that reverse controls and then the ending of it is going to get me more than once on these fights. So she is unblockable right now. So we're just going to go that way. Did not see it end. Lucky I didn't get killed there. Now I want to push it to special 3, I think. Okay, there we go. And now I can throw my special 3 right away. That'll be another decent amount of damage. And those 70k mediums. Special right away, but you did, so we will quit out. Another 70 hits in there into the combo. That'll work. So where does that put us now? Got it on the big screen up here. Puts us at 864. We're in really good shape, I think, at this point. Need to get to that 999, but that'll happen. Not going to really focus on it too much anymore. It would be nice to be able to finish her off on this one. Don't know if I'll be able to, but we will see. Power gain. Let's go. Thank you. And I walked right into it. Trying to make sure she didn't throw the special one. Well, we're definitely not getting through it in that life. Okay, so that takes us down a few more than I wanted to use on this. Like I said, I'm hoping all that farming pays off. I'm just going to back away before I get myself killed. And I'm hoping as well, there's quite the storm outside right now. I typically don't have any issues with internet or power or anything like that, but now that I say it, if I do, I will be back as soon as possible to finish this up. Well, I had figured, well, let's see, I guess I'd figured about 10 and 10 on the first 2 fights, so I'm a little bit, if I can do it here, I'll be on schedule. If not, I'll be a little bit behind what I had planned. We're just blocking buffs and everything else that she does. Now I want to push that special. I cannot dex that special one of hers with reverse controls. Dang on it. Alright, well there's 10. This is number 10 for her. I'm also, if you see me looking over the side, I do have football on. It is Sunday. You know, shouldn't be doing this or that, but it's what I do. Wow. I was so confused there with controls. For whatever reason, my brain goes to, when she throws two repetitively, and it'll happen again here, I'm sure, in fights to come. You know, I get the reverse controls, then they throw another one, and I think I should be back to normal. And my brain just goes there naturally, without thinking about it. Okay. Well, let's get through her. Painful as it is, hopefully some of these other fights aren't as bad. I don't think Shang-Chi will be quite as bad. I know when you complete his feats, or whatever they're called, he gets the benefits from them. I'm going to try just to not do any medium ending combos. There we go. So she's down. I'm not sure exactly how it works. Yeah, I've read through this a couple times. I'll bring it up just in case anybody wants to see what his boon is. And really, you know, Shang-Chi performs his wushu strikes when the attacker performs the corresponding combos as though he had performed the combos himself. Whenever the attacker lands a heavy, all unreadied wushu strikes are readied. Whenever Shang-Chi finishes a special one, he loses one chi charge. If Shang-Chi activates a special attack while he has no chi charges, the attacker's dealt a burst of direct damage equal to 15% of their max health. So I've got to complete a couple of his charges, but we'll see how it goes. So we'll do that one just to do the cleanse. Not sure exactly what I'm doing, but I've got the special 3. Hey, Jackie. I appreciate that. I was hoping he would hold it, but that's all right. We did 22%, not really sure what was going on. So, you know what? We're just going to try and do that same thing again. I know I took some damage from him not having any charges ready, but, you know, really hard for me to say, I'll do that one. Okay, and I just gave him unblockable, I don't know why. Nope. Can you get hit? I guess I've got reverse controls. Back on it. Yeah, like I said, reverse controls is going to cost me a lot. I am terrible at it. It is something I don't look for. You know what I am going to do, though? Just so maybe I can get a little bit more life out of this. Let's throw in a couple heals now. I was going to save them for the second part of the path. But you know, when this is over, I shouldn't need any for quite some time. Yeah, see, I just took damage there from him not having any charges. I'm not sure. Anybody, of course, on any of these fights has any tips, hints, suggestions for me, be glad to hear them. I am just ready to get through all this content and do it as quick and as painlessly as possible. And as I did say in my farming video that I put out there, the plan is to go without spending any money on revives. I'm not going to be stupid enough. Well, I won't say that. I will not be resetting the path. There's just no way I will do that. Okay, let's focus up here a little bit. I'd like to get him down. It's really not mattering too much if I put any heals in there, which is kind of what I thought on these fights. So let's do Cleansing Strike. Give him a charge. 1, 2, medium. We'll put a slow on there. There, you got 2 now. I'm not sure why I'm taking that damage. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm ending up getting damage there, but it is what it is. Am I built completely up now? Do I have 999? Can I start doing some more damage? Doing things? I am. I can start doing some things here. So we're going to get some big yellow numbers going. There we go. Well, if I walk into that, it's not going to matter how big the yellow numbers are. And I am still taking damage when he throws specials. And okay, he's in phase, probably phase 3 at this point, if not close to it. So phase 3, attacker's heavy attacks no longer ready. Wushu strikes set. So it's still phase 1 that's doing it. If Shang-Chi activates a special attack while he has no chi charges, the attacker's dealt a burst of damage equal to... Yeah, well... I'm taking it. We'll just see if... It'd be nice not to do this guy with 10 revives. But if it is, it is. Cleanse him. We will give him that. And see, I took damage there. And I'm not sure why. And I took damage there. 6-star Sentry, unfortunately, is not the best champ. You know, I would not... You know, I'd love to say, you know, he's good for something, kind of give you an idea of some content you can use him in. If he's your first 6-star, you know, rank him up a little bit to play around with him. But, you know, he is not the best champion in the game, unfortunately. I'm not sure what's causing the damage at this point. Unless somebody can tell me, I'm just going to brute force it. You know what? I'm going to throw 40% on so that I can survive 1 or 2 of them. You know, he's not throwing specials. I'm not throwing specials. I'm not using Wushu strikes. Now you can throw your special. I'm going to throw mine just so that I don't have to use controls too much. I'm going to throw in him. Yep, no problem, man. I wish, like I said, I wish... You know, not every champ in this game is good, unfortunately. I wish they were. I wish all of them had some type of use, even if it's just a, you know, little niche use, you know, for a certain fight, a certain node. Unfortunately, with Sentry, I just can't think of any. I would love to, but... Why did I do that? I don't want to finish that. Now you can throw your special, and took damage. Okay, we're going to pull this out. What I'd like to do get to my special 3. Hey, Glory Man, how's it going, man? Nope, you haven't missed too much. Just getting rolling. Yeah, it's the node. He's got certain combos that you have to do. You know, a medium puts a slow on, a medium light puts a cleanse, medium light medium makes it unblockable. And if he doesn't have some of those charges build up at various points in time when he throws specials or stuff like that, I'll take damage. It's just the way the node is. I am not fighting it the way it's supposed to be fought. You know, it's not that hard of a fight if you kind of really understand the node, which I sort of do. You know, there he has a cleanse. I was going to put a slow on him, but you know, it's just the way they made his kit kind of work. Oops. And I'm going to mute the stream for a second. Didn't realize my shoes had some dirt on them, and I'll have a mess under my desk. Be right back. All right, sorry about that. Didn't want to grind too much mud in underneath my desk. But we are through the 3 fights to start this path. Now fights that we've taken before, just with the reverse control aspect thrown in there. So hopefully we can rush through these fairly quick. I am going to heal up because for whatever reason, this guy hits me, I think, more than any path fight. So let's just go. It would be nice to have the Fury for Squirrel Girl. I'll make that fight really quick. You know, I wonder if I get reverse controls after this guy's specials. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to check on. Strike around. Knockdown. So we're going to throw a special 3, and that should hopefully count as a knockdown. Speaking of Sentry, do you remember Idolist? Yes, I do. He put on 4 years ago, but man, I miss him, Vicky. Yep, I remember Idolist. Okay, that did not count, so we will knock him down this way. Let's throw a special 1. Hits in there. Like I said, I end up getting hit more by this guy than I do path fight. Oh my gosh. Well, Chris, that's how it's going. Yeah, Thompson, that was kind of the primary reason why I did it. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, you've never heard your mother give anybody a hard time over cleaning, have you? All right. Let's move on. Wasn't very clean. Terrible use of a revive there. Absolutely terrible. But we're just going to go and go and go. Hey, Larson. I don't know if I said hi or not, but... Okay, I just want to back away while I have reverse controls. Okay, I had to think there for a second what controls I had. Come on. Okay, heck with it. Ah, okay, that'll work too. I think I lost Heimdall there, but I'm not sure. It would be nice if I didn't. Okay, we're going to find out. I tried to hit my special 3 before she took it. I did not. Good. So now I can take my special 3. You know who you plan on picking from the selector? That's a very good question. I kind of do, and I kind of don't. Kind of the same with the special, or the who I'm going to take to rank 3. So I've kind of got two schools of thought going on. Well, yeah, this ended up being a decent fight. I'm just going to keep pounding at her until I die to recoil. So on the selector, there's kind of two thoughts that I've got right now. One is Awaken Domino and take her to R2. The other is Awaken Gore. A lot of it is going, you know, I've got to, unfortunately, you have to make that choice right away. Kind of my thinking was I wanted to see who I got out of the Titan Crystal before I determined, you know, my rank 3. I would love to do the same thing with the selector. You know, who I pull out of that Titan Crystal goes a long way to determining who I want to rank 3. Now, kind of who I was thinking to rank 3 is Gore. You know, not only is he good for... Oh, why did I do this? Not only is he good for Battlegrounds, he is good for Alliance War Defense. I kind of like using him on attack. You know, I guess she doesn't get stunned after the special 3. That's a shame, because I just wasted it then. Okay, so we can't do a special 3 with her, really. Hey, Vital, going fairly well. So, you know, I don't know. I'm still really undecided on it. You know, I want to Awaken Domino at some point, but, you know, without her Sig 200, you know, she's not quite as good. I could rank 5 my 6-star and, you know, have the more crit fail that you get. So, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about that as I go through this. Nope, I'm going to let her throw her special 3. There we go. So, you know, like I said, not exactly sure who I'm going to do that to yet, or who I'm going to take, who I'm going to rank 3. Just trying to get hit when I had the Unstoppable up and failed. So, the next one should get through it, unless I really mess everything up. So who did everybody else select from the selector? You know, I really can't think of anybody else that I absolutely need or want. You know, I've already got Gore at R2. You know, awakening him, I just think kind of makes some sense somewhere along the line in my brain. Ah, that was terrible. Charging my friend and then try to hit every single mode in the game other than Necro. Well, I just wanted to be done with it. I'm ready for the rewards. Just ready to be done, more or less, I guess is the bottom line to it. I'm ready. You know, I've been dreading this path and this section of it. I absolutely do not like reverse controls. I just feel like if the game is supposed to have reverse controls, it would have been reversed from the beginning. And walk right into that. So we're just going to go ahead and see if we can finish her off. Like I said, I do not like reverse controls at all. Steve-O, you're finally on the last run. Good luck. I appreciate it. And there we go. Content-wise, I'm running Sector 6 right now for the sake. Yeah, I never even ran incursions last month. I did Sector 4. So I've got to run that. I did do a little bit of the arenas, the special 9-year anniversary arenas a little bit ago. This one's going to be ugly. With reverse controls, I don't even know if I'm going to try and bait any specials. Because even when you do that with a lock on... Come on, hit me. Okay, I'm just going. Like I said, this is more a quick run. Yeah, you would throw right away. That's fine, though. I'll be able... Ooh, I did not get pushed to a special 3. Thought for sure I was going to a special 3 there. Yeah, these are a little bit rougher than what I thought. Okay. There we go. This will get me to a special 3 though. And I've got to throw mine since I just got hit there instead of him throwing his special 3, but should accomplish the same thing if I can remember how my controls are supposed to be. Not getting lucky with them holding on to the special 3s. Been holding out for too long. Did Path 5 almost 2 weeks ago. Got to get done. That's kind of where I'm at. It's just you got to get it done. I'm looking forward to the Titan Crystal. Ask me, I mean, I'm pretty much happy with anybody out of it. You know, with the new pool in there. You know, whoever we pull, we pull. Yeah, I am so confused on if I have reverse controls or not at this point. 40% down with 2 revives is great. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm messing up the reverse controls. My old brain doesn't flip quick enough. And, you know, with the way the lock-on on this goes, I'm not even trying to bait any type of specials. And that should work well, because that should leave me at 1% health. I blame the old... yes, there will be an opening tonight. And didn't get pushed to special 3 again. Once I am done with the path, I will be doing the opening. It's a shame. If I could have gotten that special 3 off, I may have been able to finish it. Okay, now I'm going to have reverse controls coming out of this. And he got back-to-back special 3s before I could do a single thing. I love that lock-on and this node. I just needed one little hit, and then I could have thrown my special 3. The old age is definitely a factor. I blame it on the fact that, you know, old age means my fingers don't work quite as well. Not quite as nimble. There we go. I'll take it. Threw him fairly quick. Alright, let's keep rolling. No time to waste. 2 more fights on this section of the path. Then we move over to the other side. Hit me? Of course you won't. You know, you can cower up me. Striker. Okay, that was good timing there because I was losing my big fury. I got reverse controls and I'm stunned. I guess I can't do that. I keep forgetting his special 3 has the stun on it. So I've got to use mine before he uses his. And then hope he plays really passive. I'm going to have to check my boosts after this. I've been streaming for 45 minutes, but I think I probably lost my attack boost, if not attack and health. Okay, I'm going to throw a special 3 there. My brain was all confused on what I had. Now I'm going to be stunned. I don't think I'll survive through the end of that. Nope. Alright, let's check boosts here real quick. Yep, lost my attack boost, so let's go ahead and throw that on. Let's just do a 15% health. We've got 17 minutes, that'll be good timing on that. And let's go in again. And as you can tell, not using any heals. This is all for anybody who's new. and hasn't seen any of my streams before doing Necropolis, this is kind of just the brute force Aegon method. I'm not doing anything fancy. Just using Aegon the way Aegon was meant to be played. Except for me thinking I had reverse controls there, and it doesn't happen until after the special attack. Okay, so I'm got to start slowing down on the revives a little bit. At 57, I think is where I'm at left, plus the 20s, plus the teams. Just got to be a little more cautious here, because I haven't done anything on that first part of that path in section 2 of this. There. To throw your special, then you're going to get to a special 3, and you're going to get to a special 3, so I'm going to throw mine. Let's see, slowing down on revives, no sir, that's looking. Hey, I have put my deaths in. I have put my fair share. One of the things I'm going to do is a recap to this. I think I'm going to go back and look at the streams and just see if I can figure out how many times I died. I'm going to do it by revives, so it may not be 100% accurate, but it should be if I figure out how many revives I started with, how many I ended with. Should tell me how many times I died. I know roughly how many energy refills I bought. So kind of, I'm hoping I can do a pretty good recap of how the kind of the refi farming versus buying revives worked out. Reverse controls, but that finished it off. All right. Let's keep going. Do one other thing while I'm thinking about it. There we are. Guess I've got to do it over here. Okay, there we go. And really nothing to worry about on this fight other than the reverse controls. I've got 1% health. Did a few team revives when you're going back and forth. Yeah, I will. I'll do counts of all. So that there'll be, it won't be the exact number of deaths, but it'll be pretty darn close to see how I help the community. If we're not at 5 million by the time I'm done, I've not done my job. Really wish these guys were hitting in the block more. Oh, there we go. This one. Let's go ahead and get this off. I've already lost Heimdall. So. That's right, power stings on this guy. I can't use specials. See, I'm not even reading nodes at this point. So, how many fights left? After this, I think it's 7. I think there's 7 in Section 2. Something like that. 3 path fights, 4 shared, and then the the boss. So. We'll throw a striker out here. We'll have reverse controls. So hoping I can get one, do a 4 and come back in there. Alright. 2 or 3 more revives here. You know, I may use a 40 the next time, just to have a little bit more health, so I can really want them hitting into me when I've got the unstoppable up. There we go. No, I can't. That way I get the big fury. That makes these fights go so much quicker when I can get that big fury up. Not like that, though. Jeez. Okay, we're going to toss a 40. Saving the 60s for the boss. Saving the team revives for one of the fights in the second path where you can't do, I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head, but basically you can't do regular damage. The only damage you do is when you hit the block. There we go. Finally got the big fury. Get into me. Thank you. And back to regular controls. You can hit into me. Nope. Hit into me. Nope. And back to regular controls. There we go. It didn't count. That didn't work. Come on, throw your special. Thank you. Okay, going to be getting to the point where I'm going to be rooted on the specials here shortly. Okay, so it should be regular controls now. There we go. Got him to hit into me. There we did. I like the big. And now we'll be rooted. Almost finished him off. What happened to my Odin pre-fights? Good question. What happened to my Odin pre-fights? I have no idea what happened to them. They were there. Brought up. This is the second path that I've done with Odin, and both times, the one thing I forgot put on was the Odin briefcase. Oh, yes. Old age. It's a terrible thing. It does beat the alternative, but... All right, we are on to the next section. And with this, we get the first fight up is Mantis, and that's the fight that you can't do damage the normal way. And I can't use Aegon. You have to hit into her block to do damage. That's all I know. So when you look at it, defender takes no damage from any source belonging to the attacker. Every 15 seconds, the defender alternates between anger and sadness. While in anger, the defender is more likely to be aggressive. Understand they gain a 30% passive. Every time the defender is intercepted or a heavy attack is interrupted, they lose 2% of their back. So when she's got her fury, I have to intercept to do damage. I could do that with Aegon, but the other part of it is when she's defensive, when I hit into her block, she loses some health. So those are the two things. So really doesn't matter what champ you use in here. I am going to use Prox, Odin, and Heimdall, probably exclusively, and the team revives. That's what the 7 are for. Okay, now she's passive. I should be able to hit her block a little bit. At least I don't have to worry about reverse controls anymore. Oh, nice throwing a special while you're in that mode. Supposed to be defensive when you're in that mode. I knew she was going to throw a special one sooner or later when I tried that. Yep, I appreciate the help. Got to keep the my old mind, semi-functional. That didn't work either. Ooh. Mistime that. That was terrible. That was terrible. Well, you know what? I think I'm even going to throw Jugs in there. Pretty much everybody but Aegon. I may even throw him in. Can't intercept it if you get hit by it. And once again, just trying to concentrate a little bit. Oh, because I just threw a medium attack there. See, when I say I'm trying to concentrate, I get hit. Too late on going in there. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw Aegon in. Might as well. I can do the intercept part of it. And now I can't do any more damage. And she put me to sleep when she was passive. And I'll die to that. Ooh, I wouldn't have. But... Alright, I'll take it. You know, first... Fan of any sports teams? Well, kind of wearing one of them. I am a huge football fan. I will not say their new name, but the Washington Redskins has always been my team. And you know, you're supposed to back off. There we go. I love football in general though. So like tonight, I do have football on my iPad next to me. And I will kind of be doing that and focus, kind of watching the game tonight a little bit. I am a anti-Cowboy, anti-Eagles fan. So if they can both lose tonight, that would be great. You weren't aggressive when the Fury was up, and now you're being aggressive when the Sadness is up. Other sports, not quite as big a fan. Would you throw a special? Now you'll throw that, won't you? I watch college basketball. I'm not a big NBA guy. I do watch it, but I prefer college basketball over pro. Let's see. Can I explain how this fight works? Okay. When you see that she's got a Fury buff, which is the kind of little orange sword up on her thing, the only way you can do damage is by intercepting or by countering her heavy attack. When she has the Sadness, which is the blue icon that'll be up there under her name, the only way you can do damage is by hitting into her block. She's supposed to be more aggressive when she has the Fury up. And she's supposed to be, a little more passive when she's got her Sadness up. Doesn't really work that way. But in theory, you can see there I'm doing damage. You can see the red numbers coming up. And now she's got her Sadness. She's not supposed to be aggressive. She's not supposed to throw specials there. Yeah, she's not supposed to do this when she has her Sadness up. She's supposed to play very passive. And now she's supposed to be aggressive. And there. Let's see. Oh, is he? Yes. My son that is in the chat is very much not a sports fan unless it's esports, which is why he's kind of in here watching me do this. My youngest is very much a sports fan, very much like me. He chose his college based on the fact that he wanted to see SEC football. So... oldest son is very much kind of in the middle. Will watch sports if I'm watching them, but does not care too much for them. My wife very much hates them. I'll do what damage I can here. kills me with that. Yeah, I know you'll watch it on. Hey, B McG, how's it going, man? I am not the GOAT. Unless that's the grandest old... I can't think of what I could put in there for AT that's family friendly at the moment, so... Almost got her down. Okay, now if you just stay passive. Sleep, yep. That's alright. Oops, red zone is over. Let me change stations over here real quick. There we go. But yes, you know, on sports, my main one growing up, other than football, was golf. I was a very avid golfer in my youth. Then I had kids. Ah, you're a Giants fan, huh? Well, my grandfather would love you. My grandfather lived in Connecticut and was very much a Giants fan. There we go. Nope, I want the worst record. That's the one thing I want to win this year is the worst record. And I want to trade the #1 pick away. So I want draft picks. I want lots of offensive linemen. I want some defensive linemen. I want a new coaching staff. I don't ask for much. At least we got a new owner, and that was the highlight of the season. I don't care what happens the rest of the way. Okay, should be getting a second task. Which one is that? Whiff, okay. Oh, you gotta do 2 in a row? Come on. Alright, I'm gonna die to him again. Sitting there doing lights and he's charging in. Nope, we're gonna use a team revive there just to get everybody back up and healthy. There's the GOAT for you, B. Oh, well. It is what it is. That should finish him off. And we are on to future Ant-Man. At least, fortunately, I am unblockable for this, so he's not going to pull some of his crap on this. So really a quick boon on this one. Whenever I use the same special attack twice in a row, he gains 2 of his personal armor up buffs. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to use special 3s. I probably will only get 1, and let's go ahead and boost up. $30. You know what? And for these, I know it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to use a 20. And then we'll refresh the 15 in a few minutes. Get into me? Of course you won't. Ooh, I can get stunned. Ooh. Okay, so no medium attack enders. I don't know why I just threw that. Ooh, and I can get all the glancing in the world. Let's see, Connecticut is interesting. Western portion of New York, eastern portion of New England. I get that, though, being in New Jersey, yeah. Yeah, he still glances. That's not fun. I was hoping this would be quick. But yeah, you know, so I grew up going to, you know, I was born in Philly, grew up in Central PA, and did not like the Eagles. I was not a popular kid in high school. Oh, walked right into that. That's all right. Well, let me do some little bit more damage. Gosh, this is going to be a pain in the butt fight. Now, my sports teams, I came about through actually going to Philadelphia sporting events. Whatever team won when I went to the sporting event was the team that I became a fan of. So, you know, if the Eagles had won, I probably would be an Eagles fan. Why am I walking into that last hit? I don't know if I used timed all there or not, so. I have not yet. Good. And stunned myself with a stupid medium combo ender. That's right. Going fairly quick. Okay, down to 49 revives. Ooh. I've been to more games at the vet than any other team stadium. Not affiliate. Yep. Kinda know that feeling all too well. I think I'm going to die. I think Heimdall triggered right beforehand. It did. You know, as far as baseball goes, I enjoy baseball if I'm there. I can't really watch baseball on TV too much. In person, it is absolutely great. I love it. TV, not so much. So yeah, I don't mind talking sports on the streams at all. Okay, it's any combo ender, I guess. I always thought it was just the medium, but I guess when I'm doing it with a lot of champions that I use, I just do 4-hit or non-medium ending 4-hit combos. Could lengthen these fights out if I do that. Yeah, we're gonna get close on the shots, I think. I got Kitty next. Okay, I gotta stop with the combo enders. I gotta go 4 hits. Why can't I do that? Why can't I get that in my brain? Let's do this. What's the best location for farming? Well, what I did was a combination of 2 different sections. I did 4.3.3. Sorry, I was kind of concentrating there for a second. And then as soon as I stopped concentrating, so I did 4.3.3 and 5.4.6. And then, yeah, that was really all that I focused on for those 2. I tried some of the other ones. So, you know, I did brain no work, brain one smash. Yeah, pretty much. Um, so, you know, those were the two that I did 98% of my farming on. Let's see, the experiment with the pitch clock made a pretty big difference. Games are quicker and viewerships. You know, I watched a couple, you know, once again, to show my true loyalty to the city of Philadelphia. I'm an Astros fan. Um, so I watched the playoffs and things like that. And, you know, when it comes to pro sports, hockey is the only one that I root for the city of Philadelphia. All right, maybe one more here. I'm going to do another 40. Just to, since I need a little bit more health, I can actually survive a hit or two of the special one if I have this much health. You know, if I just dex the special instead of letting it hit me. Or letting it hit me instead of trying to dex it. One or the other. I just told myself to let myself. And we get hit again. What do you know? 5.4.6 from you. Yeah, that was one of the better ones. You know, the downside, the nice thing about 4.3.3 is it is an easy auto farm. You know, you don't have to worry about anything. You know, have to click on the path a couple times, but nothing too big there. With 5.4.6, occasionally you kind of have to fight the boss. So it just really depends on, you know, how they do on the path fights and kind of some RNG. They must have missed you at RFK for the World Series celebration a handful of years ago. I am sure. But, you know, I was around. The best part of it was when I was younger, when I was 12, 13, 14, we had a friend that played for the Phillies. So I was able to get tickets and go to games and things like that. And, you know, be able to enjoy, you know, the sporting events. And I got to, a lot of cases, sit kind of with the where the players' wives would sit. You know, I may just go completely nuclear on this because I forgot she's going to be phased for a while now. And I'm going to get killed anyway. So we're just going to go ham. We're just going to go all out. So the highlight of my young childhood life, at the age of 13, I was able to go to the last game of the 1983 World Series, of which Philadelphia lost. They played the Orioles, and our family friend invited my brother and I into the locker room after the game. So Pete Rose, Mike Schmidt, Bo Diaz, Steve Carlton, you know, the whole 83 Phils. There I was at 13. So kind of the highlight of my young life, sports career. Hey, I live in Philadelphia. I love the Phillies. Well, don't listen to me then. I was born there. I was raised just north of Harrisburg. My grandparents lived in Lancaster County, so very familiar with the area. You know, grew up driving the Schuylkill Expressway to get into Philly. Lived along the Susquehanna River, played in the Susquehanna River, you know, all that kind of good stuff. Astros I've always liked, back to the Biggio days, yes. That's more of the time I liked them. You know, I loved Nolan Ryan. That was my like of the Astros. JR, you know, Nolan Ryan, that whole team back then. You know, I lived through many, many years of where they were terrible. And, you know, I know all the scandals and everything else associated with them these days, but, you know, what sports team doesn't have scandals? What sports team doesn't cheat? It ain't cheating if you ain't getting caught. I'd love to be able to get a special 3 off one of these times. You know, Biggio, Bagwell, you know, the original Killer Bees. Okay, so after this, we should be in a little bit better shape. Still have that stupid Spidey Supreme fight, which I hate. But I'm going to do Jugs this time. I figured out I can do a little bit more damage with it. A little bit more damage with him than I could with others. Yeah, I'm going to save the 40s for that fight. Ew, this is starting to get a little bit worried here that I may have needed to farm up some more. Just cannot get. Just cannot get quite enough power quick enough. Couldn't get away from that. I had my opportunity there. Yeah, probably should have farmed up some more revives. Or played smarter. Can't do that. From far northeast Philly, and people look at me crazy. When I talk about other parts of the country, I guess the accent is thick. Well, you know, I moved down to North Carolina when I was 15. I learned very quick to stop saying you guys or yous. So, you know, you guys became y'all pretty darn quick. Didn't pick up much else of a southern accent except for that. Throwing specials. I want you to not throw specials so I can just hit into you until you get to a special 3. All right. Now, I either plan this very, very well, or I'm going to be 1 or 2 short. Did not plan this fight being quite this bad, as far as revives go. I could play different, and probably all these fights a little bit different, and There we go. Got her done. Let's see. As someone of roughly the same age, I've lived my entire life within 2 hours of Toronto. I root against Toronto teams in all sports. I've been an Orioles fan since I was 7. That's my brother's team. He is a huge Orioles fan. And my dad was a fan of the Cardinals, so none of us got along in the house at any point in time. I liked completely different teams than what everybody else in my family liked. Oops, I forgot how this fight works. But it's Aegon. Yeah, you can't push him to special 2. I remember that. I'm going to bait specials, it's got to be the special 1. I need to get him down with at least 5 left. Spider-Man Supreme will be another team heal. And Null, Shocker, and Grandmaster. So, and everybody who's seen any of my streams knows I'm not the greatest at Grandmaster. So, as much as I want to go fast and just smash. Gets that stupid unstoppable too. Well, maybe I can do a special 3 here. There we go. Yeah, my brother's alright. Much better fight that time. I was hoping he'd let me live a little bit longer. But I'll take that one. That was a much better run. Just have to bait some special ones at the beginning. You know, we're going to throw another 40%. That way when he roots me and I have to take some damage, I can live through it. Mind if you turtle up. I do good damage through block. Get into this. Why through that other than to hopefully get him to... You know what? Oh, you would throw right there. I had time to get into my special 3. Alright. Another couple runs like this. See if I can get back in there. Alright. Couple decent runs in a row there. I think we're going to do another 40% on them. And hopefully finish them off. So what else is going on out there? Let's see. Trying to think of any MCOC news. But really hadn't read much of anything since I had left town. So we're going to push it to a special 3. I don't know if that's smart or not. Or we're just going to kill him. Oh, right. Spidey Supreme. How many more fights left? I've got Spidey Supreme, Null, Shocker, Grandmaster. So 4 fights. A little bit slower than I wanted these to go, but let's see if we can't pick up some speed. This fight is another one where you only do damage when you gain buffs. So on this fight, I can, with Juggernaut, parry, and then 4 light. Well, in theory, can parry in 4 lights. And you do a good chunk of damage on each one. I was hoping he would throw that because I should have Heimdall. I don't know if it works on this fight or not. Okay. Well, don't know if I'm going to be able to do much with anybody else. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, so he throws that. I'll be rooted. So we're going to do that right off the bat, just to try and wait the root out. Okay, decent little damage there. Decent amount there. And really, at this point, it is team revives through this for those 2. So I've got 5 of those. We ought to be able to get them down in that amount of time. Then it is a blitz through Null, a blitz through Shocker. Okay. No, not terrible. I don't like this fight. This is probably my least favorite fight in here. I know I can do it this way. I just like Aegon, it is a little bit quicker. Or not Aegon, Juggernaut. I have the hardest time dexing his special one. Have the hardest time dexing his special one. Okay. I'm not even going to throw those in. It is more a waste of time than it is anything that's going to do me any good trying to do the other ones on them. I may do a little bit of damage, but it's going to cost me more time than it would just doing this. The nice thing is, anytime Juggernaut moves forward, he gains a buff and is doing damage. And I guess anytime he hits him, he gains a buff and does damage. So, if I really was being smart and using my brain, I would turn off recoils for this fight. Because you're not going to do any more or any less damage with them on. Just based on the way damage is done in this fight. And with Juggernaut, it would give me a little bit longer life. Or I wouldn't get hit by a special one. That's right. Every once in a while I can dex it. Hey, MSD. I appreciate that. Appreciate it greatly. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Really just trying to kind of focus up here a little bit. This is my least favorite fight in here. I am more of a smasher than I am a finesser. Missed timing. Debuff on that, and knew it was over there. Once you get that debuff on you on jugs, you can't gain buffs until you throw a special one, and that was all over at that point. Alright, maybe one more team revive. So we'll get through this with the team revives we had, which is perfect. For some reason I thought that was a special one instead of heavy. There. It's too late there. Blade is slippery, not your favorite. Yeah, but you probably have about 5 solos of it already. You know, I like Juggy. You know, I get into, at least the last time when I was running the path that didn't drain power, I had a better run with him. This time around, not doing quite as well. So, I just don't like any fight where you have to do, you know, something like just hit into the block or, you know, alternate ways of doing damage, it should be reduced. Thank you. And I'm better at dexing his special 2 than I am his other specials. Except for there. Never fails after I say it. But see, that was kind of the pattern I'd gotten into with him before. So, you know, that works out for me a lot better. But hopefully we can finish him here. I have a hard time slowing my combos down. I remember watching Dave, there we go, many years ago, talking about slowing combos down and instead of just smashing the screen and things like that. Practiced it back then and didn't really work for me back then either. All right, let's go ahead and boost both ways here. And let's just go in. We will do a 40% revive. We'll use that last team revive either here or on the boss. Yep, this is kind of more my favorite. I don't like it with this path, and I knew this path was going to be difficult on both parts with reverse control in the first part, and then gonna struggle to get to a special 3 here. If you can get to a special 3, that is where or if you just go completely brain dead. Let's go ahead and, since we do take damage on this one, we're going to use 40% revives. In this fight, for those that don't know, anytime anytime Null touches you, you lose 5% of your health. So even if I do a parry to get an opening, I lose 5% of my health. And I'm going to end up with reverse controls in this fight. Like right there. That's right, we're just going to smash him. That's decent. So, I mean, that's kind of the whole hard part of this fight. And now that I can't gain power, it's going to be hard if he does throw a special one for me to, you know, turn off the reverse controls. So it is just a truly smash and grab. I want to smash him as much as I can, grab all the damage I can. Try and dex his special 2 when I can. Didn't time the last hit right. So now it is just truly, like I said, just a smash and grab. I should have Heimdall here, which will save me. But of course he's unstoppable, unblockable when he comes out of it. That's right. We'll get him down with probably 2 more revives and we'll be on to Shocker. All right. I was hoping I could get to a special 3 there. All right, maybe one more. If we get a good run, one more. I had said 2, so I think I'm feeling a little bit better about the revive total now. I think I may have planned fairly well. Nearly at the end now. Who's my pick? Well, we kind of talked about it earlier. I'm still undecided. I've got 2 champs in mind. One is Domino. She's one of the few from the base pool that I really want to awaken. So, thinking her. The other one is a little less conventional. And it's Gore. He is a beast in Battlegrounds. He's a beast in War. I already have him at rank 2. And if I go that route, he will go to rank 3. I really want to know, I wish I wouldn't have to select it right after we finish. I really wish that it would have been a crystal that I could go open my Titan crystal before having to make that selection. You know, that's kind of what my ultimate thought was. I would love to be able to open that Titan crystal before I have to make any decision on that. But since you can't, late on that. So, not sure. You know, right at this point, if I finished right this second, it would be, I would select Gore and take him to R3. You know, and Gore, you know, while his primary use is defensive, he is sneaky good on attack. So, you know, I think that may be who wins out. I'm just going to use 40s here for right now. Not entirely sure, to be honest, but right at this second, it's Gore, you know, at least to awaken him. You know, and then thank you. So, and then the R3 is going to depend. A lot of it also depends on who's in the Titan Crystal. I did kind of tell my BG that, you know, I'm not going to take up Maestro, not to R3. Perfect. You know, I'm going to see who's in the Titan Crystal, you know, who I get there. After that, if I don't like who I got from the Titan Crystal, I'm going to go out and get one of the Onslaught bundles and see who I get there. You know, that would be, that's the ultimate R3 that I'd like, is Onslaught. But, you know, if I pull somebody halfway decent, you know, if I get, I don't even know who's in the Titan Crystal at the moment. If I get Silk or I get Kushala, I would take them to R3, probably. I don't know about Silk. I've got her as a rank 5 Awakened 200. So, you know, it's... Okay. I meant to get hit in the face. Did not mean to get hit there, though. Man, if I could just get 100 more Sig Stones, I'd be set for my first... for Aegon? Is that who you're waiting on? No need for him to go to Sig 200. Sig 100 is fine. A little bit slower ramp, so farm a few more revives, but don't hold off going, especially since with the revive nerf, don't hold off going until you have a Sig 200 Aegon. No point in it. It's 2-3 more fights before he's ramped up. You know, do not hold off for that reason. What I'm doing here, you can do with a Sig 1 Aegon. Will just take a lot longer ramp. So I would not hold off. And I think that's it for this life. Yeah, if you have a lot of revives, you know, it just takes longer on that first fight, and that's really it. Just ramp up longer. You know, I don't think there's any real rationale or reason to wait. Alrighty, boys and girls, now you all get to see me struggle. You get to see me not be able to do red light, green light, and follow prompts. You get to see me not be able to dex his special 1. You get to see me do all of that, and yet somehow, some way, with the revives I got left, Grandmaster is going to die from laughter. So, yeah, you know, this fight is not my best, but I happened to manage the revives. I was a little concerned, as I said a couple times in the middle of the stream. I have managed to save enough revives and enough heals that I should be able to get this guy down. Okay. You know, the nice thing is, they could have made this fight horrible. All they had to do was throw in, like, where he healed. If he had a heal or something like that, or you couldn't do damage unless you completed the phases correctly, I would... Hey, Dex, hit, block. I think that's one of the first times I've ever done that. Let's get a striker in there to do a little bit more. Okay, that's, oh, good, he didn't pick the damn parry. Now he did. And now I get hit in the face. Why am I not... Couldn't get in there. Well, even... let's see. Just needed a refresher. Yeah, that was it. That's the whole thing. I just needed that refresher on the fight. That's right. I will take that. Plenty of revives. I'm going to start using the 20s now, though, I think, and some heals. Save the 40s for... I don't know. Okay, that should ban heavy. No, it did not ban heavy. And of course that ban parry. Oh, that's right, you can't even block when he's... There you go, thank you. I always think I dash when I don't. The heck with it. Let's just get him through the phase. And he's through the phase. So now I don't have to worry about that anymore. How much revive does one run take? Okay. It depends on who you are. That is a very open-ended question. For me, I would say, hold on, block, dex, form an intercept. The average run has taken probably block, dex, hit, somewhere around 70 to 80. But I am doing what you're seeing here. I am not really playing the fights the way they were meant to be played. And block, dex, hit. And I meant to do that. I did not mean to push him to a special 3 though. I was going to try and get him to throw a special 2. Get the Furies and not have to worry about it. But that was a decent run. Let's just do that. Let's use some heals because they are going to expire if I don't. So I think beginning this run I had right at 93, I think is what I started with. I'll have to go back and look. No, I don't remember. 93 total 20% revives. And 21 40%. So you can judge, you know, a lot of it depends on how good you are. I thought that was way too early. Block, get hit, block. And block, dex, get hit. Really hate baiting his special 1 for some reason. Dex, get hit, block. Grandmaster said something. Block, get hit, block. I really wish they would fix that too, so that you can see everything that you're supposed to do. Probably dex that way too early as well. Dex, get hit. Dex, block, dex. Hey, I actually got to a wounded phase this time. That is, of all the Grandmaster fights I've done, the first time I've done that. And it was right at the end. Hey, I got reverse controls, my favorite thing. You know, I got hit. I am just going to do some damage. Now we're going to let this hit me. That hit me. And guess what, boys and girls? For the first time since I've been doing this, I got through that phase that quickly. Well, we're going to go ahead and throw the special one. I think I got the intercept already. Ever since it became Thronebreaker Safe Posse and the GM fight was really fun compared to 6.2, the champion boss. That fight is just to be... Okay. Story time. I did the Grandmaster back before all the nerfs. You think I've used a lot of revives here. I went into that Grandmaster fight very first time with full stacks of revives. I can't remember how many revives it was back then. And I think about 7,000 units. Two full stacks of revives, and 7,000 units later, Grandmaster was still at 10%. That's the only fight in MCOC that I have ever had to quit out of that I could not get through. You know, Grandmaster, what I ended up doing to get through him in the act content is I brought in Mr. Sinister to handle reverse controls. He was my only champion that was immune to reverse controls back then. And he could do damaging debuffs. So it was kind of a, you know, a combination. You know, I used other champions to get him to that phase and then just threw in. And all I'm doing right here, in case anybody's wondering, is just turning off recoils to make this phase a little bit easier with Juggy, so I'm not losing that health. And just kind of setting my masteries for... I'm pretty sure I'm still using revives against that Grandmaster with that stupid... Yeah, there were some fights back in the day that were just... Whew, I still have nightmares over them. You know... Let's go ahead and use one more health. Just to give me everything I can going into this fight. And let's heal up. I'd love to finish it this time around. Let's throw that in there. With some revives left in the bank. It would be awesome if I could do that. But yeah, I mean, there was just a bunch of fights back in the day that were just something that just was really, really bad. So we're going to dex, we're going to block, and we're going to dex. Sorry, that helps me. I say it in my head, and since I'm on the stream, you get to hear me say it out loud. Oops, that didn't work. Can I get to the special 3 though? I can get to the special 3. If I get lucky, he doesn't throw anything, but I don't get lucky. So I think I've got special 2 and intercept left. I thought I'd gotten the intercept before, but I did not, looks like. Didn't realize it used to be that bad. I only used, yeah, it used to be, so you had to do, what was it, PWF? Was it 5? Or was it 10? Was it 10 and then became 5? I don't remember. But on the, where you have to dex the hits from his special, you had to do it clean each fight. And they didn't store. So, you know, now if you dex 1 on a special, you know, it's down to 2 the next time you go in. It didn't do that. It used to reset every time. Why do I do that? Can't hit into his heavy. Now, I was going to have some revives and heals left. But yeah, so, I mean, that was the hard part back then. Was it reset every time and you had to start over from scratch. So you had to, you know, it was not just the health, let's try it again. It wasn't just the revive. It was did it again. Oh, yeah, 6.2.6 champion. I'm going to try something a little different here. Since I'm struggling. I was going to use the 60s, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use this in the last heals. Okay, that takes care of almost all my heals. Don't know if this is going to work. But I want to gain power. Okay, there we go. Dex, hit, block. And special 2. And we are done, boys and girls. Okay. Well, PWF. I think... the call... Got Manus already, she's awakened. Don't have Killmonger. I like him, but not going to use this for him. Don't have Elsa. Got Hawkeye. I've got Falcon and Sig 40. I've got Korg, not awakened. Do have a 6-star Sig 200. Got Titania awakened. I've got Hulk awakened. I've got Spider-Gwen. I've got Overseer. I've got Joe Fixit. I've got Spider-Man awakened. Don't have Dragon Man or Wiccan. Do have Wong. Do have Sassy. Do have Chavez awakened. Have Mangog awakened. Do not have Venom. He was a consideration. Don't want Venom the Duck. Terrax. Just pulled Gamora. Silver Surfer. Iron Man Infinity War. And the rest of these I already have awakened with the exception of Gambit. Don't have Sunspot. Domino. I'm just going to do something different. Just going to do something different. Gore, I'm just going to bring this up. He does fine unawakened. And let me turn this on. There we go. So we're going to come down here. And we will go to Cosmic. And we're going to come here. So, I get, right at the start, I get a stack of Heresy. Not huge. Gaining a Shadow Magic buff also grants an Undermine buff for 10 to 16 seconds, granting unblockable to any hit the opponent auto blocks. Not a big deal. Personal damaging debuff duration is increased by 1.5 to 4 seconds. That's a big deal. It's further increased by 0.5 seconds when fighting Gods and Elders. If you look at him, let's go ahead and where he's at right now is 7-star rank 2. He's got 62,000 health and 5,000 attack. And I can make this a little smaller. There we go. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There we go. That's a little better. At rank 3, he goes up to 76,000 health and almost 6,300 attack. Imagine fighting that in Battlegrounds. Imagine fighting that in war on certain nodes. Granted, there are some very good, very, very good attackers that can be used against him. That you can use against him. You can use Tigra. You can use Longshot. But as PWF can attest, it's always a tricky fight. He does a lot of good at R2, but I'm doing this thinking right now, depending on what I pull from the Titan Crystal here in a few minutes, he's going to be my R3. So there we go. I've got a 1 to 2. I've got a 2 to 3. You know, I think, you know, of course, Overseer is going to go to 2. You know, he will go up to rank 2. You know, there's not a doubt in my mind on that. He will go to rank 2. But let's go open up and see what we get the rest of the way. I don't know if I've got enough 6-star shards to make a 7-star. If we do, we're going to open up some 6-stars here real quick. Let's see what we've got. Whoops, let me close that so you can see my screen. I did take Gore. Whoops, wrong button there. There we are. It's that one. And I've got 9,640 shards. I need 15,000. Which means I need 5360 divided by 275. I would need to open up 19, and I got 140,000. Now let's see what we can do. I apologize. It's going to take a little bit. You know, I can't just jump in and open up a Titan Crystal. Where would the fun in that be? And I don't know if I'm going to clip this and put it as a separate video for those that don't want to watch the end of it. But this way I can extend it out. I don't think I have anything in here I can really open up. Nope. So we're going to come here and we're just going to hope and pray we get some Max Sig crystals out of it. Because I feel like opening a 7-star tonight. That was too much work for just a Titan Crystal. So let's come in here now. One thing I am going to do to make this a little bit spicier, let's go into the Black ISO market. Let's go ahead and get a featured 6-star. I already have all of them, but you never know. Could get a dupe. Hey, perfect time for the game to crash. At least it did it then and when the crystal was opening. Aunt May should be down now, right, PWF? I turned Firefox off, so it should be done. Hey, I get to select some of these now that the game has crashed. Let's see, which ones of these do I need? I've tried to balance them out. Let's go ahead and take a tech. Let's go ahead and now I'll take a cosmic. Since we're going to be taking a cosmic up, makes sense. We get our daily rewards. What did we get for the anniversary? Oh, that was the selectors. I just get to do them again. So we're going to go tech. Okay, so they've been claimed. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and grab that. I don't know what that is. Just a 4-hour crystal. All right, now we get to open up some 6-stars. Sorry about that. Really didn't mean for the game to crash. But let's go ahead and open the featured first. Aunt May's still showing? Anybody else seeing it? No, we're putting a 6-star crystal in there. I'm not seeing it. Let me look at my little replay window here and go to live. Okay, yeah, I don't see it on mine, so I'm hoping it's gone. There we go. Let's go ahead and see who we got out of this featured 6-star. Oh, if I take Gore to R3. Hey, my favorite, Hawkeye. There we go. Yeah, so the delay was getting to me. There we are. I will definitely put a video out on Gore if I take him to R3. All right, I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you. So, only 275 there, no max sig. But we're just going to go ahead and pop 15 of these. So let's just do 5, 10, 15. I'm hoping for some max sig. That's really all that I'm going for here. There's at least one. There's at least 2. There's at least 3. And a new one. Wow, I didn't realize I didn't have Moondragon. Ah, gotcha. Appreciate it. Hey, there's another one. Don't know if that's enough. But it's also a nice ISO. I don't know if I can squeak out any more. I really wasn't counting on a new one in there. Let's go ahead and open the max sig and see where that puts us. How close, and I'll see what I can come up with to possibly open anything else. I would need 2 more. Yeah, there's just no way. So, I tried. I don't think there's any way that I can get 2 more 6 stars. You know, let's go ahead, and I do have a Paragon. And I've got a Mythic. So if I get lucky... Hey, Jay Will, how's it going, man? Didn't get lucky there. That's about what I expect out of those. Let's see the Mythic. Maybe I can get a Max Sig 6-star there. That would be... And I'll see what I've got in rewards. I'd love to open up a regular 7-star. Let's just pop it. And where's that put me at? So, I can get close to another one. Let me see. I know since I was doing... Actually, I've got it. I do have it. I was doing those arenas earlier. And as part of the rewards there are some 7-star shards. There are some 7-star shards. And there are some 7-star shards. So we do get a 7-star out of it. All right, so basic 7-star. Really the main thing here, not Gore now. I would love to awaken Domino and then any new champion. That is kind of where I'd like to go. So Domino and any new champion. Let's go ahead and spin this one and see what we get. And I'm gonna cry if it's Gore. Probably shouldn't have done this now because it's gonna be Gore. But let's see what we get. Oh yay, 20 more SIGs on her. I think that puts her at SIG 60. Yep, SIG 60. Her and Rocket. My 2 7-star SIG 60s. Oh well, I can't get them out of the Titan Crystal. So, let's go ahead. And this is the big thing for today. And look who's in there. So, Cheoth, yes. Morbius, yes. Werewolf by Night, yes. Kushala, yes. Penny, eh. Havoc, eh. Jabari, eh. I would take them. I'm not going to complain. Photon, yes. Vox, maybe. Gladiator, maybe. Iron Man, I love Iron Man. I like my R5. I don't know if I'd do anything with him. Spider-Ham would be a yes. Crossbones, I'm going to break people's hearts and say really don't want him. Would take him, but not my favorite champ. Silk, yes. Kindred, already have him awakened, so not real sure there. Hyperion, probably no. Lady Deathstrike, would like to awaken mine. And then Danny Moonstar. So, going to be happy with almost anybody out of here. I don't even know who I want the most. So I'm not, I'm just going to spin it. And we're going to see. I don't know if there's one that I can say is head and shoulders that I want absolutely more than any other. I do like the looks of this crystal. It is one of the prettiest ones that you'll see. It spins very nicely. But with that, I'm tired of looking at it. Let's tap it. I will take it. I will take it. She is a pain on defense. She will go to R2. I need more skill champions, so I will definitely take that. That makes the run worthwhile. And just because it is level up day, let's look at our 7 stars. So we've got Hulk and Shuri as our 2 R3s. And then you can see in there we've got Kindred, Chavez, Mangog, Titania, Mantis, Sauron, Mysterio, Bishop, Hulkbuster as R2s. And then the rest are R1s. Rocket, Falcon, Guillotine 2099, Gambit, War Machine, so on and so forth. And our new one down there of Cheoth and Maestro. Now, in our BG, we've already got an R3 Maestro. We already have... Let me bring up the list, as a matter of fact. We just published a list. We've got a Wong, we've got a Shuri, we've got a Maestro, we've got a America Chavez, we've got a Titania. We've got a probable Onslaught coming. We've got a Hulk, we've got a Shang-Chi. We've got Domino, Mangog, Silk, Danny, Sunspot, Cap Sam, Mysterio, Venom, and Sassy. What we don't have is an R3 Gore. And there we go. We have an R3 Gore. And just to show you, for those asking about farming as well, these are the ISO bricks you get from 4.3.3. Look at the number, 2,446. And just in case you ever wanted to, each one of those sells for 642 gold. So if you have a gold problem, farm a little bit. But I just wanted to do that. That was the kind of the highlight of farming, or the other part to it. So let's go ahead and level this up, and then I'm just going to take them into Realm of Legends, and we're going to just beat the crap out of Winter Soldier. It's going to be more fun when I can run some battlegrounds and get some footage. Well, I can't really get footage of people taking them on unless I team up with somebody that can record it and send it to me. Hey, I don't have any more Cosmic ISO. Well, you know what? I've got other ISO. Probably should have put that into Chioth, but the heck with it. Let me just reset this. No, I gotta get some grab some big bricks here. And there we are. That, my friends, is a big Gore. That also bumped my prestige up a little bit. Let me see where I was at before, if I can find it. I should have looked at that beforehand, but I didn't. There we are. Last time I had checked my prestige, I was sitting at, well, did it not take me up at all? Really? Huh? That can't be right. Oh, that's the rolling average. I was at 21,121. I thought it had to be considerable. So I am now at 22,030. So, roughly 900 points in prestige. So there we go. That, my friends, is a successful run through Necropolis. I am completed 100% all the way. We have used our rank 3. I may regret that later, but it's a defensive rank up. It was time. I have 2 attackers as far as my R3s. It's going to give people something to think about. Oops, I need 1 point there. Where's my other point go? Oh, I only had put, there we go. So we now have R3 Gore. I am not the best with Gore on attack, but we can show you a little bit here just to see what type of numbers he can do. And we're just going to edit this team, get rid of all these champs. If I don't care if I ever use Aegon again. He is ascended. I will find a use for him somewhere, but I don't want to see him again for a while. I still have revives left. I do have Eternity of Pain or whatever it was to complete 100%. So let's go ahead and build up a little bit here. And, I'm just doing light ending attacks to build up his buffs, or whatever you want to call them. Okay. And now we'll do a couple mediums. And we'll drop the special 3. I know you're hoarding your R3 gem. You know, I thought about it, but... And there we go. Get to a special 3, fight over. You know, not greatest numbers. You see that biggest hit, though. So 48 seconds. Probably could have done it a little bit better. You know, nice little 237,000 special 3. You know, we'll do one more run at it. You can do a special 2, cycle 2, and get a big fury. Really, fight times are about the same. So... You know, now if I have to use them on attack, I've got just that much extra. And we'll go ahead and get them a few more buffs up instead of doing the mediums. Okay, there's 2 of each. Let's go to 3 of each. And we should get a little bit more than 237,000. Striker in now. Okay, there's 3 of each. And now, if you notice, Winter Soldier's at 66%. Oh, that's right. I gotta have the buffs up. It's special 2 that does that. Never mind. I messed it up. I needed the debuffs on there. It's a special 2 I need the buffs up for. Let's go ahead and try that again. Sorry, folks. Like I said, I'm not the best at using them. I completely forgot there. I needed the debuffs for the special 3, and it's the buffs for special 2. You know, I want to try this guy in incursions, too. So let's get the 3 of each. Or 2 of each, I guess we'll do. One more run through, and then I'm going to end the stream, and I'll do some recording of some fights and some different things with him. But I'll take that. I mean, 6k light attacks on the crits, 9k mediums. I mean, he's not Hulk. Set, and there we go. Now we'll drop this. Okay, 61%. That's a little better. And there we go. So a little bit better. That was a 300,000 special 3. So there we are. So we are now 100% done with Necropolis. I do want to thank all of you that have tuned in, come along for the ride, liked, subscribed, all of that. It has greatly helped. You know, I've said a couple times, and just so people know, I'm doing this for fun. This is not ever going to be my living. But at the same time, with anything that I do, I like to do it fairly well. So if there's anything you can think of that I can change, that I can do better, I'm trying to evolve and get a little bit better at this. You know I need to look at this little camera here a little bit more. It's in an awkward position. I need to improve the setup a little bit to change that and fix that. But, you know, this is fun for me. I get to interact with people. I work remote. I don't work, you know, usually with a whole lot of people. So this is kind of my conversation time. You know, I get to enjoy, spend time with a great community. I do want to thank you all. You know, like I said, it does mean a lot to me that, you know, even in a short period of time, and, you know, I've been doing this just a little bit over 2 months with live streams and all that, I'm up to, it looks like 246 subscribers. So a couple more sometime during the stream today. I've got some things that I do want to improve and work on, but, you know, please, if you see something you like, let me know, share it with your friends. If you see something you didn't like, let me know. Share it with your friends. Do whatever you feel like doing, and I appreciate it. And with that, I'm going to sign off. I will probably cut out some of this for a separate little rewards and rank up video. Other than that, I'm going to definitely get some gore gameplay, figure out where I can use him at very well. Probably use him on attack in BGs if he doesn't get banned, and we'll try him there. So other than that, folks, just once again, thank you all very much. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.